Hey, hey, we're here. I hope it's on live right now, or else I'll sound like a complete idiot. It'd be like, hey, hey, but instead of hey, hey, it'd be like, hey.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. All right, so we're ready for the channel crawl. We're going to be having our topics of the top 5 modern slasher villains. Today, I'm here with Mr. Meathook.
What's up?
And also Ray and Joey from Reanimator Reviews.
Hey!
And so who wants to go first? We actually haven't decided that.
Meathook hasn't slept yet, so we'll let him go first.
All right.
In case
Sounds
he falls
good.
asleep during the stream.
All right,
All right.
so we decided we were going to do round robin, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so and some of you guys probably don't know me. I like really weird, really shitty movies.
Oh.
So my number 5 slasher is Turkey from Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, that's. Did you want to?
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, think of like if Chucky was a $10 turkey puppet.
One of the ones you drew when you were in like grade school using your hand.
Yeah.
Just much more vulgar.
A lot more vulgar.
Yeah.
Oh man. I remember walking through the living room while you were watching that movie, just stopping and going.
And you refuse to sit down.
I was like, "What the hell are you?" I was like, "You know what? I'm just going outside."
And
Oh,
Ray
yes.
turned around. And Ray turned around. And was like, "Gobble gobble, motherfucker."
Oh, I would too.
All right.
You guys can go next if you want, unless you want to continue talking about turkey. It's
Go
up to
ahead,
you
babe.
guys.
All right. I didn't really rank them in order of like the most loved to the least loved, but I'm going to say Harry Warden from the My Bloody Valentine Day 3D.
Good choice.
Because like that movie's super awesome. I don't have I can't see movies in 3D because of my eyes, but I appreciated like all the gore that came from his kills, and then it was kind of like a guessing game because it's definitely different than the original. And Hello, one of our favorite actors from Supernatural's in it.
Love Jensen
So
Ackles.
that never hurts.
Yeah, that's actually a really good remake. When it first came out, people were like, "It's okay," but now it's gotten its love and respect that it deserves from most people.
I really think outside of The Thing, I think it's the best remake ever.
The Thing's not a remake.
Yes, it is.
It's a prequel.
Whatever.
It's
How
a
about you,
prequel.
Brian?
Okay.
All right, Brian, and you can't pick a shark.
Damn it!
There probably is a movie appropriate though.
All right, so my number 5, I have a pretty generic list here, is The Collector from the Collector series.
So good.
That is a good choice.
It's a really good choice. See, he's really good at this. It's like it's his topic.
I don't know, I just like horror movies, I guess, somehow. Who would have guessed?
Yeah. It's an awesome pick, though.
Thanks. I saw the first one when it first came out, actually probably a year after, and I loved it. But then when I saw The Collection, I was like, that opening scene,
Oh,
that was awesome. I was like, you want to start a movie? That's how you start it.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is Daryl's turn.
Mr. Hook.
Okay. For my 4th pick, I have Motherface from Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
Oh, good pick.
I've never seen it.
God,
Oh my god.
God, he's really good at this.
It's on Shudder. You need to watch it. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
It's so that movie's fucking crazy.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna go with my favorite slasher in probably almost any movie ever, and it was a movie that I had no interest in watching, and she talked me into it, and it's been one of my favorite horror movies recently, one of my favorite slashers of all time, and that is Art the Clown from Terrifier.
Oh,
He
hell
is amazing. Just I friended the actor on Facebook. I love that movie so much.
He stalked him down.
I stalked him on all social media. And David Thornton, if you're watching, love you. But
David's a good dude.
He's at a convention right now.
oh yeah, exactly. Zachary Haith goes cry_wolf.
Oh God. No.
I was told I'm not allowed to say that.
I know Daryl loves Terrifier.
Oh man, I don't hate the movie, but there's no story to it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
No, there's absolutely no. There really isn't. It is just senseless violence. And you know what? I appreciate.
It's got good kills, but there's no story.
Oh, yeah,
I
appreciate
didn't
it for
come
what
to
it
that
is.
movie for the story. I came for the gore.
Exactly.
I didn't come to Thanksgiving to see the turkey. I came so I could see him say,
Gory.
I'm fucking it up.
I came for the killing, not for
I
the
came for the
thanks.
kill and not the thanks.
Gory met him at Crypticon.
Oh, nice.
I'm so jealous of you, Gory. For that.
Whose turn is it now?
For that. And for
It
being
is your
there today.
turn.
It is your turn, Brian.
See, I suck at this.
No, you're the best.
What was it? Ronda Rousey? Is that what you're? Is that
Yeah,
what we're doing?
we're doing Ronda Rousey.
Are we doing Rousey?
I don't
Tap
want
out to my armbar, bitch.
I don't want to get kicked in the head and then run to WWE.
My number 4 pick is Mick Taylor from the Wolf Creek movies.
Good call.
Really good.
Good. That's
I
a good
love
one.
I love the second one, but it's more of an action movie. The first one is like pure horror. It's like if the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was made in the Outback. I think.
Yeah. Good synopsis.
Brian, I'm so tired. I thought you meant the restaurant at first.
They kill you with the bloomin' onion.
Oh my god.
I'll be howling for more, Joey.
Gory and everybody kept me up way too late last night on the crawl. Zachary Haith and Gory and everybody.
It would have been funny if they called him Nick Taylor. Like,
I call him Mick Jagger. That's my favorite slasher. Oh my god, it's terrifying.
Horror Miser Monty wants to know if I saw the TV series. I have not, but I own the first season, so I need to get on that. And I know there's a second season too. But
Dave Magus said I would watch a slasher movie inside of an Outback.
That should be your next movie, Dave.
Dave, I will fly to you and we will make that movie together. I promise. And we will kill somebody with a bloomin' onion.
Says he will kill you with an undercooked steak.
You know what's the scariest killer is? Salmonella.
It's true. It's the silent killer.
The silent killer.
Food poisoning. Fun times.
Oh my god. All right, Mr. Meathook, what you got?
All right, for the third one, it's actually a 3-way tie. It's the Boogeyman, Hallowed Jack, and the Candy Corn Scarecrow from the barn.
Ooh.
Oh, damn good one. I should have guessed. He said he guessed 3 killers, and I'm like, oh, Ron Turn, which is the pretty easy guess, but the barn is awesome. I have the poster right above me.
See, this is why nobody likes candy corn.
Nobody likes candy corn because it's disgusting.
Oh my
True.
god.
True.
We already have a title for the movie inside the Outback. It's called Deathlicious.
Deathless.
You better go and copyright that right now, Dave. I guess it's us.
All right. I'm going to go with Chrome Skull from Laid to Rest because I feel like the first time I watched that, I was just so enamored with how gory and brutal all the kills were. And he looks awesome. He's shiny. I like shiny things, and I like a lot of gore. So that was right up my alley.
Yeah,
I don't think
like
you've
they
seen
made
that
the movie
yet.
for. It's like they made that movie for her.
Right? You didn't see it yet?
No,
We
I
have
did not.
it
Oh,
somewhere.
Joey, it's a great movie. The sequel's good too,
I didn't see the sequel. I need to see the sequel.
and they're coming out with a third one too.
Yeah,
Apparently,
there's a third one, yeah.
Oh,
There's going to be a
shit.
third one.
So, yeah.
okay.
Brian.
Let's yes. All right, my third pick was Ray's pick was Art the Clown. Now, I too followed David Thornton. What's his name? Thornton?
David Howard Thornton.
David Howard Thornton.
It's a serial killer name. Like he has a beautiful serial. That is a classic serial killer name.
Mm-hmm.
3 names.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw Terrifier, I was like, "Oh, it can't really shock me. I've seen it all." Then I watched the couple parts in there, and I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, right.
I will tell you my favorite part, which actually made me watch the rest of the movie, was she showed me the part where he's trying to stab her through the door, and then pulls back the knife, and then honks the bicycle horn at her, and I was like, that is so demented. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a chance.
That's so good.
Art the Clown bottle clap challenge was hilarious. Oh my god.
Also, like the part, I'm not gonna spoil whose skin he took, but there's a woman who he kills, and he's wearing like her hair and some of her skin. It was beautifully morbid. I loved it.
And now he was kind of like sauntering around.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Oh my god, so good.
And I heard that when they're making Terrifier 2, and that they have a scene that's going to top that infamous scene from the first film.
And it's fully funded, and now they are getting so much support in this that they're able to make the movie even better.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hook.
Okay.
Did Brian go already?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. You said Art.
Someone's tired.
I am. Yeah, I'm tired. It's down for my one generic pick. My second pick, or my number 2 pick is Victor Crowley from the Hatchet series.
Nice.
I somehow knew it. I just somehow knew it.
I was gonna say, yeah, she picked that one too.
I have bonus ones on here,
Yeah.
so we're okay.
Oh yeah, I have honorable mentions as well.
All right. Our next one is a character who really actually doesn't have a name. They just refer to him as the Man, and that is the killer from Hush. And he was just the mask, and he was creepy.
The part that got me was
he was good
when she wrote on the paper, pretty much saying like, "I won't say anything if you go. I haven't seen your face." And then he just pulls the mask off, and he's kind of like, "Gonna kill you anyways."
I appreciate that, like the whole non-human, like the whole non-human,
sociopath.
The sociopath, not humane. Like, oh yeah, you could. Well, now you see my face,
because usually
so now you have no reason for me to
are inclined to be more sensitive to those who have disabilities, and he for sure wasn't.
All right, if you just want to be
that,
up here,
that's
we will
a
show
true sign
everybody.
Of a killer.
We will show you to everybody if you insist on being up here. Okay. For all of you who think me and the cat are the same person and I just morph into the cat, we are in the same picture together, Zachary Haith. So we can stop these rumors that I'm a shapeshifter that turns into the cat during
That would be really cool, though.
I think that's the only way she could love me more is if I could shapeshift into a cat.
There's an effect option for that on Video Pad.
Well, there was like before I actually like joined the channel and the channels in, you can see when I was just in the background, the cat would be on the other chair for a lot of the reviews. And then this whole big thing started that I was actually the cat, and I would shapeshift into the cat and just hang out in the reviews because I didn't want people to see my face. So it was a really good running joke for like almost a year. It was funny.
Nice. My next
hard joke here.
Oh, Dino's here. Nice.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
That's why I like Brian so much. We're so much alike.
My next pick, actually, I just came up with it now because I was looking through my collection.
You could pick like 1,000 thing list with all the movies you have there.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't actually pick him because he's not modern. I just realized that. So I'll go with my next pick. Is Three Finger from Ron Tarn.
No.
I love Three Finger. He's so funny. He just laughs at everything.
Yeah.
That's probably why Joey hates him.
Speaking of sociopaths, wow.
He doesn't have a great killer name. He only has two words in his name. But
hey, that's okay.
Yeah, he's got
but
3 fingers.
it's creepy. His name's Three Fingers. Like that's a good creepy. Like it's simple, it's basic, it gets to the point. Love
Yeah.
it.
And then they have Sawtooth and One Eye in the other ones. It's
Mhm.
fun all around. 3 times the fun.
Mr. Hook.
Okay, my number 1 pick is from a movie that features probably the dumbest child on the face of the planet. It's Billy Flaren, aka Satan Man from Satan's Little Helper.
I haven't seen that one.
I still haven't. I've heard about it for years. I just never saw it. Never got around to it.
The
Well,
kid
Satan
in that movie has got to be the dumbest kid on the face of the planet.
See, that would just that's just
Or is he a secret psychopath?
Maybe both.
good point. Let's see.
All right. So, whoa, you're gonna slide off my lap, cat. I'm gonna go with Mahogany from the Midnight Meat Train.
Oh, I was
Yes.
thinking of that. I was thinking
Yes.
about adding that. I just haven't seen the movie in so long, so I didn't add it.
That is
I love that movie so much. I love Clive Barker, and I like that you didn't really know what was going on until the very, very, very end. So I think we could consider him a slasher.
and it's like that movie ended so like that's one of the better movie endings I've seen in a while. For when it comes to horror movies, like that was such a great ending. And the cat almost took out all of our audio. She just and on this day, no fucks were given.
Nope.
But yeah, it's just it's such a great it's such a great character. It's a good story. It's I'm not as much of a horror movie buff as the rest of it, but I felt like it was like a very original story. I've never heard of something like that, and the way it ends, because we're a non-spoiler family here, but I think the way it ends perfectly. I think it's as perfect of an ending as you can get. But it's I really love that movie. It was such a good that was another movie that she's like I think you'd like this movie, and I just need to start listening to her.
I thought that the adaptation from the story was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I just realized Brian has a poster for the barn behind him.
I just said that when he was talking about it.
Oh my god.
So my number 1 pick, which is not technically my number 1 pick because I'm kind of shifting around in my collection right now, but one that I really did like was a tie between the Phantom Killer from the Town That the Dreaded Sundown sequel-ish movie and a Pitchfork from Hayride. Why they're a tie is because they both wear sacks over their head.
Fair enough.
It's
There
like
you go.
it's like that's like if they ever did Scarecrow from Batman the right way.
Yeah, call him Pitchfork or Scyther. There we go.
There's another one from the what is it? The Terror at Bloodfart Lake. He also had a sack over his head. He was a Scarecrow killer.
I love the fact that they made a sequel to that called Return to Bloodfart.
Yep.
And he would stab people.
And she reviewed both of them, and I'm just like, I'm watching her review because I'm doing the editing and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell kind of movies does my wife watch?
Bad movies.
Speed Hook, you got any bonus ones?
Oh, I got all kinds of honorable mentions.
All right, let's go with the honorable mentions.
Maybe we should do round robin on those too.
Yeah.
Sure.
My first honorable mention was Chrome Skull.
Yes.
See, he's got good taste. I will eventually. Maybe we'll do that for a midweek movie.
Yeah.
We'll do another one of those where people suggest movie, because I'm not the horror movie buff, and people constantly like, you need to see this movie, and as I delve deeper into horror movies, I take suggestions from people, and sometimes they're good movies. Sometimes people make me watch terrible movies just to mess with me. Zachary hates, but it's always a good time because I will give anything a shot. Anything, even some of these horror. some of these trauma movies I've tabbed out on. I love Toxic Avenger, but some trauma I just can't. Like, what was it? Dead dudes in the basement or something?
Dead dudes in the house.
Yeah, dead dudes in the house. I tapped out on that one. Our next one, we actually have a very common unpopular opinion about a certain movie from a certain franchise that we both love, and that is Jason X. We love that movie.
That is my second favorite of the series.
Yes.
Do we just become best friends? John Stamos, Good Housekeeping. No, I loved it. And everybody was like, and everybody I met that was super in the heart was like, oh wait, it's like the shittiest one. And I'm like, what? I love Jason X. I think that's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
My other very unpopular opinion is I love Freddy versus Jason. I don't care what anybody says. I freaking love that movie.
Yeah, I got to disagree with you on that one.
I love me some
He's
Kelly.
like, no, you're correct.
Listen,
that is an unpopular opinion.
My hatred for Destiny's Child made me love that movie watching Kelly Rowland get piked to a tree. Okay.
I despise Freddy versus Jason.
Oh.
All right.
That's all right.
That's my least favorite of both series.
So now it is my turn.
Have you ever seen Jason Takes Manhattan? How could that be your least favorite?
Or Jason Goes to Hell, which is actually, it has good kills.
Jason Goes to Hell isn't bad. Jason Takes Manhattan is confusing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have good effects either.
Mm-mm.
The boxing match did it for me.
Oh my god.
All right, what do you got, Brian?
I don't remember his name, but it's the blind killer from Don't Breathe.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, he was the general in Avatar. He was like the big bad guy in the Avatar movie. What the hell's his name?
Stephen Lang.
Yes.
There you go.
I was really hoping he was going to play Cable. I thought he would have made an awesome Cable, but he wasn't tall enough.
Fede Alvarez actually directed that and Evil Dead, which I love Evil Dead, but it's not a slasher movie.
That's such a
Evil Dead is amazing.
I also enjoyed Evil Dead Inbred Rednecks.
I also enjoyed Evil Dead the musical.
You love your Seaver movies, don't you?
Yes, I really do. I was on like a month-long kick of like Chris Seaver movie every day.
Listen, that's all she did. That's all she reviewed for like a solid month and a half. Were all those movies right in a row.
And I loved it.
I don't know what his fascination is with Teen Ape.
I don't know. And Sex Squatch.
Sex Squatch.
Oh, before we started the stream, me and Daryl were talking about Suburban Sasquatch. Great movie.
Have not seen that one.
Evil Dead is on right now on Sci-Fi.
It's not called Sci-Fi. It's called Sci-Fi.
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 I have another one to mention.
Sure.
I can't remember his name, but the slasher that was in Club Dread. Because that's not a good movie, but I enjoyed it and I thought it was great and constantly just reference that movie.
The Club Dread?
Yeah.
I'm out.
No.
Lumberjack Man. Bankroom says,
Lumberjack Man. I want to get killed by pancakes.
Pancakes.
No, you're right. Club Dread's not a good movie, but goddamn, I love Coconut Pete.
Right?
It's one of those. It's like Jackass got turned into a horror movie. Like it's like the guys from Jackass got together and said, "Hey, let's make a horror movie." It's so stupid and bad that it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
we should have made a list on this too called Top 5 Creature Features that are modern. And you guys would have been all like, "It's shark movies."
Yeah. I'd be like, "All right,
all shark movies are Brian."
Which shark is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Top 5 sharks, megalodons, and such.
So I know that there's like how many different like ghost shark, house shark. There's probably sand shark. Is there like a slasher shark movie?
Is there like a penis shark?
Dick shark.
Dick Shark.
Dick shark. Because
there's not like a shark movie where a shark actually picks up like a bladed weapon with its fin and starts stabbing people, but you know. There's none like that, but I mean, there are like Jaws 2 can be considered a slasher movie because it goes after a group of teens, But it
True.
depends on what you mean by shark slasher.
What is your definition of a slasher movie? That's a good segue into the second half.
We're trying to define it to figure out what we could put on the list.
Would you define a slasher movie?
Well, do you mean like comparison between a gap between slasher and torture, or do you mean just like slasher in general?
Like slasher in general.
I think that a slasher movie is something where you have to kill a whole bunch of people, but you don't actually hurt them like physically and mentally, like a torture film. So it goes up to a limit that you can kill somebody. Like Terrifier is a slasher torture film.
Yeah,
you can combine the two, but slasher movies themselves are just exactly what they sound like. You're slashing people. You don't torture them. I know it's still kind of a comparison, but I'm trying to define it at the same time.
See, like for me, I consider a slasher movie most of the time. There's exceptions, but I usually consider it's a masked killer killing dumb teenagers with either a bladed or power weapon, like a power tool.
Oh, so the Prom Night remake doesn't count?
That movie doesn't exist.
No, he has like he has a knife.
No, but he doesn't have a mask.
Oh.
That movie doesn't exist.
Oh, damn!
Listen, Brittany Snow's checking account says different.
It's zeroed out because she did that movie. They had to pay everyone back because they demanded refunds.
Yeah. My definition, I define a slash movie is there has to be a singularity. There has to be a one singular entity that goes and kills people for it's like either a specific purpose. There's some type of specific purpose,
motivation,
and the purpose could be I just want to murder everybody I see. That could be the singular purpose, but I don't necessarily think that the person has to be masked or hidden or anything like that. I don't think that defines a slasher movie. It's just, and obviously the slashers, there has to be some type of, handheld. It isn't some type of like thought up, planned out. Like I'm gonna put him in these Rube Goldberg
kind of contraption.
It's like hey, look at this. I found a hammer. Smash you. Hey, there's a knife. Stab you. It's one of those kind of like it's just a straight line to murder. It's like
sorry, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there is no thinking stuff out. It's like, oh, there's people. Let me pick this up and kill them with it. That's my favorite kind of slashers, when they use the environment. And that's what I enjoyed about the recent Halloween movie, was when he just like walked into houses. He walked in the shed like, oh, cool. Here's a hammer. Do. Bang. Just throttles the person in the back of the head.
The back on the mask thing though. Also, there's movies like Just Before Dawn, Madman, The Burning. They don't use masks, and they're considered slasher films too.
Oh, The Burning is one of my favorites.
Burning's great.
Oh,
Burning is amazing.
Maniac, he didn't have a mask.
That's true too.
Danny makes a very good point. He said Scream had two though, but they were acting as one person. That's the thing. Like they were both being Ghostface, or what the hell is it? Ghostface?
Yeah.
Ghostface Killer. No, Wu-Tang.
David Omega says now we got to make a movie called Straight Line to Murder.
Yes.
Straight Line to Murder at the Outback.
And even the original Friday the 13th, spoilers, so the killer doesn't have a mask.
Spoiler.
God, spoiler alert.
But he remember the stupid photographer? Here's your mask.
My God.
I hated that so much.
What movie?
Like that. I never hated and loved a movie over a 15-minute span as much as I did that most recent Halloween movie.
Oh, yeah.
I just, in a course of 15 minutes, I'm like, this is terrible. And I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it's like a mixed bag for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like I think it had really good parts. But it also had terrible parts.
All the stuff in the car, the cops in the car.
Yeah.
Way to deflate the tension, guys.
Yeah.
Womp, womp.
Everybody's talking about this movie about the Outback. The Outback movie.
We'll call it Shrimp Attack because they want to cook them on the barbie. Or my new
Murder on the
creature
barbie.
shrimps.
Murder on the barbie.
You murder them, then you cook them on the barbie.
Little Beardy's here. Me and little Beardy were in.
Little Beardy.
Me and little Beard. He sounds like one of it sounds like a name for one of those new mumble rappers. You know, they're all little something, but it's really like a guy with a huge beard. Little Birdie, what did and all that other crap they do.
Blah 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 blah.
Dave Vegas is stabbing somebody 1,000 times with a fucking steak knife. It's just stabbing him, going, "What are you doing? He's not well done yet."
Same with a meat tenderizer or something.
Ooh, that would be good.
I actually really like what Danny Knight just said, or Danny Knight just said. He says, "I like to think of Ghostface as an entity of hatred that possesses people. That's why all the killers act the same and are obsessed with killing Sid. Part 3 had her mom as a ghost, so I think it could fit." I think that's a really good point. Scream's also another none of us said that. Ghostface in Scream is a great one.
Yeah.
And it's really one of those movies that brought people into the horror genre. I feel like that's a good segue. If you're somebody who's not really into horror, I feel like that's something you would start them with. Here, go check this out, see if you like it, because that's a good dip your toes in the water movie.
Yeah, but only Scream 3 and 4 would count because this is 21st century.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I'm kidding. You can talk about it. It's okay. I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, mighty horror show host.
Oh, we're not worthy.
Kiss the ring.
We grovel humbly at your feet. We gravel at your feet. It's not gravel, it's grovel. Sorry, Lion King's coming out too.
Grata.
I would love to see for just horror movies in general is I'd love to see somebody take Disney movies and put a horror spin on them.
I've seen some fan-made movies like that.
We're keeping Hansel and Gretel witch hunters.
Yeah, they recut parts of Mary Poppins to make a trailer that looked like a horror movie.
Yeah. Yes.
And then they recut The Shining to make it look like a family feel-good movie, and I was just like,
speaking of The Shining, has anybody seen Jim Carrey's reenactment of The Shining?
No, but I heard about it. It came out today.
Really good. He looks really good. Grandpa Horror Mizey says that would be awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Grandpa. I live for Horror Miser's approval. That's such a cool thing. But yeah, I would really love that. If you do I would love to see them take this whole controversy with the Little Mermaid, just put a spin on it and make it the real Little Mermaid. When she gets turned into sea foam and then goes back and starts murdering everybody. That's what I want to see.
That'll be the most bubbly death I've ever seen. Next to Tiffany's death in Bride of Chucky.
Oh my god.
True.
Bubble.
Speaking of oh my god.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I was gonna say, she when it comes to the Child's Play movies, she loves any of them that has Jennifer Tilly in it.
I mean, hello.
She loves Jennifer.
So about more than half the franchise.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Somebody just called me Keebler. Okay, Keebler. It says somebody superimposed his face onto Jack's. Oh, that's what it was. Now we know.
Okay.
Can we have a Child's Play Toy Story crossover where Chucky kills all of Andy's toys? That's awesome.
That's a slow clap.
That's a great thing. It's like you see him, he's just walking through with just dragging a knife behind him. He's like, "Where'd you go, little Bo Peep?"
Who are you gonna rescue now, Buzz Lightyear?
To infinity and to death.
Oh my god, that's a great one. Yeah, so everybody knows my favorite slasher is actually not a slasher. So I couldn't say it here. I couldn't say my for those who are not familiar with the channel. I actually didn't join the channel till we hit 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. We made a deal with the fans or the followers or the friends that if 100 people followed the channel, I would finally reveal my face, because you can hear me in the background a lot of the times and such like that. So, but I never revealed my face. I don't use a camera on my Twitch streams, so nobody knew what I looked like. And I said, if we hit 100 subscribers, we will watch my favorite movie and we will review it, which is Cry Wolf, which everybody hates. Everybody hates that movie.
You're the only person that likes this movie.
They sold one copy on DVD and it's sitting in my living room. She won't even let me put it on the shelf here because she's embarrassed that somebody would see it during the reviews.
I have
and
Spice
unsubscribe.
World back there, and I won't let you put Club or fucking Cry_Wolf back there.
Zachary Hit goes, and now Joey is a camera whore.
That's true. You're a huge whore.
Hey, listen, I even got my hair cut for this. See? See, look at that beautiful hard part right there. Hey.
Why is there a line in your hair? I'm just kidding.
That's not even a slasher movie because it doesn't exist.
It's
There's no killer.
It's the biggest pub fake. It's like a pub fake slasher.
Kind of like High Tension a little bit.
Yeah. But like High Tension's good.
Yeah. It's rated R.
Yeah.
So yeah, I usually wear a hat. Thank you. Dan says I'm looking spiff. I'm hoping that means something good. But no, yeah, I usually wear like a hat. I'm donning my traditional wrestling t-shirts for my for like I always wear during the videos. All of it's either Philadelphia sports or wrestling t-shirts.
Yeah, because like when me and
Nightmare Maven says I own a copy of Cry_Wolf.
So there's two copies.
So there's two copies. Bon Jovi just made another $1.
So, like when we met in person, like me, Ray, and Joey met, I told them I was like, I assumed you guys were gonna come out here and Joey was gonna wear a sports shirt and Ray was gonna wear something black, and I was right.
Yep.
I was wearing a Bryce Harper. I was wearing a Bryce Harper jersey, and she barely owns anything that's in color.
I have a Blood Bath and Beyond shirt that's red.
That's right. Yeah, because mine's black and orange.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
Dave Maggot says his brother owns Crywolf.
3 copies in existence.
You're right. No, actually, shocker. I am Dave's brother. Dun, dun, dun.
I was gifted Cry_Wolf once. I used it for skeet shooting.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
So there were 4 copies, and now there's only 3.
Now there's only 3.
Look! People are starting to. I was just saying this to become a thing. Everybody's like, I actually own Crywolf too. Come on out, Crywolf fans.
Come to me, my children.
Oh,
Thank you, Ben Grimm. He goes, I'm a big Lindy Booth fan plus Bon Jovi. Yes, Bon Jovi, songbird of our generation.
I mean, come on, Bon Jovi was in Vampire Los Muertos. The sequel to John Carpenter's Vampires. That's not really a sequel, I guess.
Oh, Little Beardy has only met 2 people from HorrorTube. From the HorrorTube community. Listen, we should I definitely encourage that. Like, if there are like cons with if you can get to cons together, we should meet up and hang out. The coolest thing we did is we drove 3 hours to see Brian's, because look at that face. Could you say no to that face?
No.
I couldn't.
I drove 2 hours.
Horror addicts, because we own Crywolf.
4 copies. We're back up.
Make it 9.
And then Zachary Hayes says I should start a Crywolf fan club on Facebook. I should.
God.
And then watch, there's only 9 members. Like, I know who owns you.
And 4 of the profiles are made up by Joey.
We're gonna invite Bon Jovi, but he's not gonna come. He's
Dave
embarrassed.
Maggot says Bon Jovi was a badass in Vampires too. Oh, Dave Maggot said he was 2 hours
Oh,
away.
speaking of vampire movies, John Carpenter I think it's John Carpenter is going to be at like a local con.
Oh.
We may have to go to that. I would
I'm
shake
going
that
to-
man.
I'm sorry.
I would want to shake that man's hand. I never liked vampires till his rendition of it. I love that movie.
And Bruce Campbell's going to be at the convention I go to. So.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. Funny story about Bruce Campbell. What book do you own?
Who, me? Oh, Ray.
Or I'm sorry, what book does your dad own?
Isn't it Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way?
Let me tell you about the awkward. Tell him about looking on your father-in-law's bookshelf and going, Does that title say what I think it says?
It's like all Mel Brooks, and then it's
And then
Bruce
it's-
Campbell.
And then it's a hatchet throwing book.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that the one coming to Jersey? I think that's. Yeah, I think it's Hardmiser. I think it's the Keystone Con. I think it's the one in Philly.
Oh, Dave Maggot says the whole Evil Dead cast is coming to that convention.
Oh, that's awesome.
And David is too.
Yay.
I'm more excited about Dave and Maggot being there. Not gonna lie. No,
you guys should
I
come to the convention in October.
I don't want to see David Maggot in person. I want to go record a review, being all snuggly next to him in like pajamas. Because whenever I've seen him on live streams, he looks super snuggly, and he's all snuggled up in his bed like this, and it's like the most adorable. I'm like, oh my god, I just want to go. I just want to jump my pajamas and play there and just talk about movies with him like this. That's how I think he should film reviews. It'd be amazing.
Oh, before I forget, I have to give a shout out to a podcast I did because I promised I would. I do this podcast usually every Friday, mostly every other Friday. But it's called the Honest Pod, where we talk about horror movies, music, and even superhero movies, which I'm not a big fan of, but I try to chime in when I can. But it's usually around 1:30 on Fridays. So I put the Facebook fan page link in the description below if you want to check it out.
Can you look it up like on iTunes and stuff like that? Is it on iTunes? Or is it
I think it's on Spotify.
On
Oh,
Spotify.
nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Because we have it's so crazy. Like for me, I remember the first crawl. I remember sitting in our living room watching the first crawl, like watching all of you.
I think that was the first time I saw your channel pop up.
That's how the crawl was how we found. Is how I personally found like a lot of you guys was the crawl, and it's so crazy that the second one that we're part of it, and we're hosting an hour, and it's such a crazy thing to go from being being fans to being contributors in like a
And
year
we're
and a half.
super grateful that you had us on.
Yeah, no,
You're
it's
welcome.
and we cannot say enough good stuff about you. Like he constantly plugs our channel. He is honestly, Brian's probably a very big part of our growth.
Oh no, totally.
Him, and definitely I have to give a shout out to the Farsighted. They take our reviews and they turn them into they put them on iTunes and podcasts. They've given us our own channel on iTunes, and they rip the audio from our reviews and everything like that, and then it's just it's so cool. This community is so awesome. It's everything I hoped it would be watching it as a fan. And I can't thank Brian, the horror addicts, Gory and Dan. You just I can't believe like how momentous of a thing you guys put together. This is so crazy. This is and it's for such a great reason too.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta fight the power and try to get the little guys get heard.
Yeah, I mean, I can't take all that credit because I know you guys are just awesome in general. So that's why
no, you can take a lot of credit. You should take a lot of credit.
And it's we've gotten a lot of help from like our intro. Like if you ever watched any of our reviews, if you watched the movie reviews, our intro was gifted to us by Jerks Productions. They were just like, hey, listen, we like your channel, pretty cool. How would you like to use this as an intro? And it's and I know Brian, if I ever have an editing question, I can be like,
yeah, you're
Brian.
constantly like, oh, if you need help,
Brian,
we'll FaceTime, we'll figure it out.
Brian, I accidentally deleted everything. How do I get it back?
Oops.
Brian, I want words to scroll across my screen. How do I do that? Because I'm not like, I didn't go to film school. I'm not an editing person. Like I'm pretty good.
I didn't either.
Like I'm pretty good with computers, but this is all kind of foreign to me. And Brian's really good about constructive criticism. Like, hey, you might want to do this differently and everything like that. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it took me about a year to get video pad down to pat, and now I'm just really fast with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it takes a while and a lot of commitment to get the video editing to work, but it's not even the best program out there. But I think it's serviceable enough for what you want to put out.
Yeah.
I feel like watching the progression of your videos, like you can see like how far you've come with editing everything and putting things in, and it just looks great.
Oh yeah, because on this channel, it's not just reviews and updates and stuff. It's also music videos, kill counts, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
thanks,
the fan trailers, so those take the longest, but they're a lot of fun to make. When I watch them back, I'm like, oh, that was such a good choice to put that there, that picture there, that scene there.
The song choices.
Which
yeah, you're really good at that, man. You could score a movie, Brian. To be honest, you pick really good music.
Well, actually, the song I did one for I did a fan trailer for Evil Dead, the 2013 remake.
Yeah,
and the song I chose was actually in the Jigsaw trailer.
It worked really well, though.
I know, that's why I chose it. I was like, oh, thank you, by the way. And it worked really well. I thought it worked really well because it had a good build up near the end, and I thought it would go good with all the craziness going on. So.
Oh heck yeah!
And what a lot of people may not realize is, before the channel was even established, before we did the first live stream, recorded the first review, she was on your channel as
the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys. I remember because I set everything up, and I was like, we didn't even have our studio back here set up yet. This room is still filled with crap. I hadn't built the shed yet to move everything out to it, and we literally balanced our old laptop on a loot crate box on top of the crate that the dog sleeps in to shoot across to her sitting watching the movie. And I was getting ready to go to bed, so I was putting everything together, and then the camera popped on and I had to dive out of the way because I wasn't wearing a t-shirt, and who wants to see that? And I had like dive out of the way, and it was just and then we went back when we hit we hit the anniversary of the channel. We went back and watched the first the first video, and it was just like a 3-second like, hi, welcome to it was like there was no intro, no editing. It's funny to go back and look at the first video. Like the lighting was bad, like it was way too bright. It was oh my god.
I also
I'm reading the comments. Sorry.
Mr. Meathook, I watched the video that I said I was going to, the one where it had like the lost footage, and then I put a comment. It's supposed to be spooktastic, and I think it said something really weird, and I'm like, because of autocorrect, and I'm like, I saw it the next day, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Autocorrect.
Like, what does that even mean? Is that a word? And then he liked it anyway, and I'm like, okay, I'll just keep it there.
Little Beardy saw you on Brian's channel when you first did when you did that watch with me, and said he commented on your Misfit shirt. Yes, she loves the Misfits. Mm-hmm. The only person I fear her leaving me for is Jericho. That's the only. I just got to keep her away from him.
Okay, Miss Horror Miser Monty G says he has to go get ready for his crawl. So thank you for joining us, Horror Miser. It's always a pleasure. Monte.
Die Hard Miser. I will definitely be watching.
Whenever I see his channel name, I'm always like, he's Mr. Heat Miser.
I really wish he would make. I really wish he would make an intro where it's just like a spoof of that song, where it's like Mr. Horror Miser, and just have like popular horror figures just dancing.
Oh, that would be so cute.
I think there's an app for that, isn't there? Where you can make like yourself dance as an elf.
Oh, the Jib Jab app.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, Amanda's here from Channel Sundown.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
See you in 3 hours.
I'm gonna try to stay awake. I know I'm gonna be there. I'm just like, I'm gonna be so tired.
Please don't fall asleep.
Oh my god, I don't know. It's been such a crazy
It's been
ride.
such a good crawl.
Yeah, I said we had so much fun. I had so much fun in the chats last night for a couple hours before I got so tired. I just couldn't hold out any longer. I just couldn't hang. Sorry, I was up at like 5:30 in the morning for work. I just couldn't hang. I hung till about 2 something, and then I was just like. So.
Yeah. Also, I got to make an announcement. Sorry, Gory. I tried to stay up till 6. I made it to like 5, and I passed out. So I wasn't able to monitor. I wasn't able to like monitor the whole thing, but I tried.
That's so hot.
And I tried to get a nap in before, and I couldn't. That's why I was like so exhausted by the time the thing came up. But just wanted to make a public apology.
Oh.
I'm sure she's. I mean, I shout out to Zachary Haith. He's been, we tried to convince him to come on for this hour. We tried to, but he was like, oh, he didn't want to be, but he's been a moderator like a lot throughout this, and he's just,
not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah, he's been a great supporter of our channel. He's a great supporter of my Twitch channel, even though he goes to my Twitch channel and demands to hear from Ray. So I understand she's the favorite. I accept her.
I think we should wrap it up in like a few minutes, just so we can get everyone's outros and then the outro video. But we can talk for like a few more minutes. I just want to make that announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to go ahead and jump out now because I need to use the facilities before I jump on the next hour.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. You're next hour with Horror Miser.
Yes, I am.
All right.
So where can we find you, Daryl, on YouTube?
You can find me on YouTube at Mr. Space Meathook.
And then I have his link to his channel in the description below. Don't make sure to check him out. I was gonna say don't make sure. I was like, what?
Reverse psychology.
Right, thank you for having me on, Brian. I do appreciate it.
No problem. We'll definitely have to do it again sometime.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right, I'm gonna jump out.
All right. And then there were 3.
There were 3. We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have.
My mom's my best friend. What are you talking about?
Your mom is awesome.
She is. Yeah.
We got to meet your mom, who was such an awesome woman. She was sitting there like it was so cool. I watched her like looking at stuff, and I didn't know she was in the horror. And I saw her grab like this Nosferatu stuff, and I was like, okay.
Now, she's not against horror. She actually likes it.
Now I try to understand where Brian gets it from.
Well, actually, it's funny because
shark movies, though.
Yeah, she's probably getting sick of them. Because it's funny though, she hated horror when I was a kid. I got her into horror.
Aw, that's so cute.
And then but when we drove up to meet you guys, my mom drove me the whole way, so I gotta give her a shout out for that. Because I can't drive right now because of fear of driving. I'm trying to get over. So. But yeah, she made the trip out, and we're gonna come back out to meet each other in September. Maybe we can do like a vlog or something where we meet up, which would be cool. I tried to do that last time. I was like,
we did the picture where you went live on Facebook, and we did like the picture and the video.
No, I just took a picture and a video, but then I'm like, we got in the car to leave. I'm like, wait a minute. I got no other video.
Aw.
I mean, we were too busy like hanging out.
Yeah,
'cause,
yeah.
Like, because we, as much as it's cool to hang out on live stream, it's so different to hang
Oh, yeah.
out in person.
Yeah, and then that's why I figured I was like maybe next time because we were just trying to like hang out.
Yeah. Totally.
Definitely. Yeah, we brought the camera and everything, and we took no footage.
Nope.
So do we hear the same boat with you, buddy?
The Zombified says hello. Sorry for I was late. Fell asleep. No worries, dude. It's almost over, but I'm glad you made it regardless.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi.
Hola,
apparently, as I monitor these comments, apparently Dave Maggot has a Ben Grimm tattoo, and we're trying to figure out where it is. Yep, it's on his rumpus.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, the place we went to was called the Archive, which is an awesome place. I just want to give a shout out to that too.
That was a really cool. That was a really cool place. Like you could trade in movies for credit to buy new movies.
And it's all horror. It's not like a selection of like Best Buy would have. It's like all rare titles and stuff.
Oh no, there were, for my wrestling fans in the chat, there were WWF VHSs from like WrestleMania 3 in the basement down there. That was awesome.
And then when he saw those, I was like, Duty. Dookie. Because one time, what was it?
Forget what we were doing, Brian.
Oh no,
that came up.
we were just talking about it, and you said something about, "Oh, I'm in the Marines," and something like that, and I'm like, "You're pretending to scare me," and I'm like, Dookie. And I pulled the clip up of him saying, Dookie.
Oh yeah. I know Danny is I'm trying to, and I swear we're gonna do this at some point in time. Get Danny from Horror Addicts and the Horror Miser, myself, and because there's a couple of wrestling fans in the horror community. I'm trying to get us all together do like a live stream like the night before a WWE major event where we all go into like who we think is going to win and have a discussion about it, or do like a post wrestling event and stuff like that. Because I thought that I found so many wrestling fans in this horror community. I'm so excited, and it's always because they look at my shirts and they're like, oh, "You like wrestling?" I was like, "Yeah, I like wrestling."
It's like, no, I don't like wrestling. Jeez, what do you think I am wearing a shirt that says I like wrestling?
Apparently, Corey is a wrestling fan too. Rand doesn't like wrestling.
I'm not a big fan, but I don't hate it. I just not a big fan. All right, I think we should show the outro, and then it's 12:57 right now.
Oh yes. So,
all right,
now it's time to say goodbye to all my friends and family.
Farewell. I'm just gonna do this. I meant to hit end call. Shit. Screen share.
Yes.
And then share. Then all my Little Pony stuff comes up. Like, this is not mine.
Hey, there's us. Hey, we're going away.
All right, I'm gonna take out my headphones just so I can so people can hear. Turn up the volume. It's gonna be blasting on everyone's headphones.
You're watching the Creepy Channel Crawl, 28 hours of horror live streams featuring some of the creepiest channels on YouTube. Up next is the Horror Rising Monty G. Click on the link in the description and continue the clip for the full
Yay!
Yay!
Where's my headphone slot? There it is. There we go. And now, thank you everyone for coming in. And also, where can we find you, Ray, from Reanimator Reviews?
You can find us on YouTube at Reanimator Reviews. We're also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
All the social media jazz.
I just realized I should have probably just done that first before I had the outro.
That's fine.
You're good.
I mean, the links are on this.
Yeah, the links are in the description.
I almost said prescription. I'm tired. My cat's meowing at me.
I'm subscribing to the My Little Pony catalog.
Modern versus old school horror. Ooh. Oh,
All right.
maybe it's
Well, I think we're going to end the stream now. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you, Rayanne, Joey,
Thank
and
you.
Thank you for having us.
Daryl. I tried to. I was going to call him Monty, but it's Daryl. So, as always, Lion Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. The links are in the description below. Leave comments and
Subscribe.
there we go.